Today is April the 4th, 2018. Welcome to Market Crash Money. We have been able to successfully use what I call the Bitcoin indicator with a great probability of success within just a couple of days within the range to predict how Bitcoin move reflects or predicts the stock market move. And briefly to summarize, when Bitcoin reached all-time high right here at point 1 in December, this point would correspond to the market reaching all-time high right here in January. When Bitcoin dropped significantly lower from all-time high in December, within just a couple of weeks, you can clearly see market is repeating its move lower right here. Similar patterns are observed in point 3, 4, 3, 4, 4 falling to 0.5, 4.2 falling 5, and actually we're on the way lower in that move. That's just a brief summary, but take a look what's actually happening as Bitcoin takes a move higher on April 3rd, and what the analysts are saying as it's making a move higher on April 3rd, and today what the analysts are saying on April 4th. So what does the Bitcoin chart tells us about the direction of the stock market? Well, here's where we were, April 2nd, April 3rd, okay? Finally, some analysts were getting bullish on Bitcoin. They were saying how it's going to hit this 7,700 level, how the bear move in Bitcoin is done. It didn't fall below the 6,400 level. Here it's bouncing back. Okay, everything is fine. Bullish trend, bearish trend reversal, bullish trend going higher. As a matter of fact, take a look. This is specifically the trade that they were just discussing yesterday.
Major rebound ahead, actually. Crypto expert and fast money trader Brian Kelly joins us on the phone. Brian, great to talk to you.
Hey, Jackie. Always happy to talk about the Bitcoin.
All right, so the Bitcoin, as you call it, is a little higher today. What's driving us at this point?
Well, there's a couple things going on. So, one, we're coming to the end of the tax selling season. So we probably got another week and a half of tax selling, but I think a good portion of that has been happening over the last month or so. You also have a big transaction or potential transaction with a Japanese company that actually owns TradeStation. They are potentially buying an exchange in Japan, which is huge because that is a public company with a brokerage firm regulated by the Japanese Financial Authority buying into an exchange. That's a massive, massive sentiment shift.
Talk to me about your trade. How do you want to play it here?
Well, you want to play it, and this is a short-term trade, but Q2 is always good for Bitcoin. So on the CBOE futures, what I'm looking at is you buy it right around here, 73.50 when I was looking at this trade. Your stop out is 72.50, just below the trend line, and I'm looking for a target of about 7,700. So I get a 3.5 to 1 risk reward. I'm risking about $100 to make $350, and to me, I always want to have something north of 3 to 1 on my risk reward.
Brian, what about those people who would argue, Bitcoin has seen a big slide down and it's got further to go? Arguments about regulation and how it's going to play out in the marketplace are still an issue here.
They are, but they're fading. And so what we've seen over the last couple months that we've gone to the extreme of the regulation, which is, South Korea thinking they're going to ban it, the U.S. talking about everything being a security, to walking it back right now. South Korea is coming back online. The U.S. is going to come up with some guidance about what these particular tokens are. So you're seeing a shift again in that type of thing. I think most of that's behind us. That being said, I don't think regulation is a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't kill any other market as long as we do it correctly and we don't stifle innovation. Regulation actually might increase adoption.
All right, Jim, over to you. What do you think of the trade and the direction?
I like, actually, if it trades 74.50, to me, it looks like it's breaking out of a little consolidation period, and that's where I would get long it. And, that's probably a surprise to you because I'm usually a basher of Bitcoin.
Surprise, surprise. Fast forward to April the 4th, which is what is going on here? Okay, so now we are at a price level of 6,700. As you can see, Bitcoin started trading lower as the market opened on April the 4th and continued falling throughout the day. So the question is, all right, the market was falling in the morning. It closed higher for the day. Does that mean that this is a trend reversal? Does that mean that the market is going to keep going higher? For those of you that got short positions out there, should you be worried? For those of you that are loaded up on put options, is this the time to run? Is this the time to get out? Well, I think really The answers are going to be given to us on Friday about the clear direction of the market at 8:30 a.m. when the job reports comes out. Okay? But clearly, if the professionals that trade the markets every day, even if they get this wrong, even if they put the bullish trades right here thinking that this is a reversal, and again, it doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin or a chart of a particular stock or a chart of an index. See, these guys, what they do is they study charts. And based on their chart studies, they were thinking that Bitcoin was on the verge of breaking out and starting an uptrend. Well, I'm wondering, analyzing the charts today of the stock market, what would these guys be saying? Or would they also get trapped in what appears to be a bullish trend in the market? Now, if you watch some of my videos, okay, you clearly know by now that I've been bearish on the Bitcoin since it was trading around 18,000, 19,000. And what a coincidence. Today, April the 4th, which happens to be the 4th month, the 4th, here finally an analyst that is predicting for Bitcoin to fall to $4,000. Take a look at this article right here. April 4th, 2018, 5:14 p.m. Bitcoin will fall to 4,000 before any sustained bounce. Analyst predicts. Really? Where were you, Mr. Analyst, yesterday? Where were you when Bitcoin was trading at 18,000, 19,000? It was a little hard to make the prediction at that point, wasn't it? Where were you when it was trading at 11.5? And more important question too, what are you going to say about the markets tomorrow? Were you the one saying about the markets today when it was bouncing higher that it's going to go higher and higher? And tomorrow you're going to say, oh, Dow 18,000? Well, we've been pretty consistent with our bearish outlook. And maybe this is the time we don't listen to the analysts and we stay bearish. Well, I've been saying Bitcoin was heading to 4,000 since it was 1819. Of course, it's a little bit easier to say it now that it's at 6,700. But the point is, I have been using Bitcoin as an indicator of what the stock market was going to be doing next. So if the Bitcoin indicator proves to be correct, yet again and again, the way we possibly should be interpreting the move higher in the market today as another opportunity to short and get some more put options. Now, could the market go higher tomorrow? Absolutely. Could the market go Friday higher? Absolutely. Could it reverse Monday? Could it reverse by Friday afternoon? Absolutely. With this high volatility market, everything is possible. But what I am saying, if you're trading options, if you're buying put options, downtrend is intact. And clearly there's more rooms for the market to fall lower. Now, we can't predict the short-term future of what's going to take place tomorrow, Friday. But overall, unless something significantly changes with the environment, unless the tariff environment is significantly changing, the uncertainty in the markets right now is all of a sudden evaporates. Unless that takes place, we have more room to fall. Because in this uncertain environment, only one thing has been certain, and that every time Bitcoin makes a move lower, the markets shortly after that make a move lower. Every time Bitcoin makes a move lower, the market make a move lower. Every time the Bitcoin makes a move higher, the markets make a move higher. And then every time it reverses lower, markets reverse lower. So now if you're wondering what to do, what specific strategies to put together to take advantage of this unpredictable market environment, visit marketcrash.money. Find out why market crash in 2018 is a definite probability, why Bitcoin crash, which is already down 60%, could still drop further. How can you profit from such market environment and conditions? More importantly, how can you take advantage of the stock market crash before it takes advantage of you? If you'd like to learn how to trade options, or if you've been trading options for a long time and are looking for new ideas and new strategies in this crazy uncertain market environment, definitely hit this big green button right now. Take action now. Make this the most profitable year of your trading career. Now, what's going to happen if you click this button? That's a good question. You will schedule a one-on-one training coaching session with me, Leonardo, where I will share with you the strategies and fundamental principles I have used to turn 12,000 into 466,000 in less than 7 hours. I know it sounds crazy, but I did it. And I want to share with you how you can apply the same principles and not necessarily maybe turn 12 grand into 400 grand in 7 hours. Yes, it is a personal record of mine, and I don't do this every day. day set these kind of records. But the principles that went into accomplishing this are applicable to the type of market environment that we're facing right now. So I'd like to share that with you. If you'd like to learn more, here's your big green button. Take action, and I will talk to you soon.